Continuing our 3-year journey through the Bible, today's chapter for January 2nd is 1 Samuel 2, where we read, Hannah prayed, "My heart rejoices in the Lord. My horn is lifted up by the Lord. My mouth boasts over my enemies because I rejoice in your salvation. There is no one holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you, and there is no rock like our God. Do not boast so proudly or let arrogant words come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge, and actions are weighed by him. The bows of the warriors are broken, but the feeble are clothed with strength. Those who are full hire themselves out for food, but those who are starving hunger no more. The woman who is childless gives birth to 7, but the woman with many sons pines away. The Lord brings death and gives life. He sends some down to Sheol, and he raises others up. The Lord brings poverty and gives wealth. He humbles and he exalts. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the trash heap. He seats them, with noblemen, and gives them a throne of honor. For the foundations of the earth are the Lord's. He has set the world on them. He guards the steps of his faithful ones, but the wicked perish in darkness. For a person does not prevail by his own strength. Those who oppose the Lord will be shattered. He will thunder in the heavens against them. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give power to his king. He will lift up the horn of his anointed. Elkanah went home to Ramah, but the boy served the Lord in the presence of the priest Eli. Eli's sons were wicked men. They did not respect the Lord or the priest's share of the sacrifices from the people. When anyone offered a sacrifice, the priest's servant would come with a 3-pronged meat fork while the meat was boiling and plunge it into the container, kettle, cauldron, or cooking pot. The priest would claim for himself whatever the meat fork brought up. This is the way they treated all the Israelites who came there to Shiloh. Even before the fat was burned, the priest's servant would come and say to the one who was sacrificing, "Give the priest some meat to roast, because he won't accept boiled meat from you, only raw." If the person said to him, "The fat must be burned first, then you can take whatever you want for yourself," the servant would reply, "No, I insist that you hand it over right now. If you don't, I'll take it by force." So the servant's sin was very severe in the presence of the Lord, because the men treated the Lord's offering with contempt. Samuel served in the Lord's presence. This mere boy was dressed in the linen ephod. Each year his mother made him a little robe and took it to him when she went with her husband to offer the annual sacrifice. Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife. "May the Lord give you children by this woman in place of the one she has given to the Lord." Then they would go home. The Lord paid attention to Hannah's need, and she conceived and gave birth to 3 sons and 2 daughters. Meanwhile, the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. Now Eli was very old. He heard about everything his sons were doing to all Israel, and how they were sleeping with the women who served at the entrance to the tent of meeting. He said to them, "Why are you doing these things? I've heard about your evil actions from all these people. No, my sons, the news I hear the Lord's people spreading is not good. If one person sins against another, God can intercede for him. But if a person sins against the Lord, who can intercede for him?" But they would not listen to their father, since the Lord intended to kill them. By contrast, the boy Samuel grew in stature and in favor with the Lord and with people. A man of God came to Eli and said to him, "This is what the Lord says. Didn't I reveal myself to your forefathers' family when they were in Egypt and belonged to Pharaoh's palace? Out of all the tribes of Israel I chose your house to be my priest, to offer sacrifices on my altar, to burn incense, and to wear an ephod in my presence. I also gave your forefathers' family all the Israelite food offerings. Why then do all of you despise my sacrifices and offerings that I require at the place of worship? You have honored your sons more than me by making yourselves fat with the best part of all the offerings of my people Israel. Therefore, this is the declaration of the Lord, the God of Israel. I did say that your family and your forefathers' family would walk before me forever, but now This is the Lord's declaration. No longer. For those who honor me, I will honor, but those who despise me will be disgraced. Look, the days are coming when I will cut off your strength and the strength of your forefathers' family, so that none in your family will reach old age. You will see distress in the place of worship, in spite of all that is good in Israel, and no one in your family will ever again reach old age. Any man from your family I do not cut off from my altar will bring grief and sadness to you. All descendants will die violently. This will be the sign that will come to you concerning your two sons, Hophni and Phinehas. Both of them will die on the same day. Then I will raise up a faithful priest for myself. He will do whatever is in my heart and mind. I will establish a lasting dynasty for him, and he will walk before my anointed one for all time. Anyone who is left in your family will come and bow down to him for a piece of silver or a loaf of bread. He will say, "Please anoint me to some priestly office so I can have a piece of bread to eat." 1 Samuel chapter 2. It is, the publishing of this recording is January 2nd. We're only 2 days into the new year. Again, I'm not really expecting any more people from my viewership here, which is very small, to take up this offer, but I still want to put it out there. Myself and several friends, family, co-workers, even people from here, are reading through the entire Bible in 1 year in 2026. And the plan we are using is called the Navigator's Bible Reading Plan. And I'm going to provide a link in the comments that you can click on. That link will take you to the Bible app by YouVersion. So if you don't have the Bible app, I don't know what will pop up if you click on it if you don't have the Bible app. But if you do, it'll come up with an invitation to join me and several friends as we take this journey. Now, the Navigator's Bible Reading Plan gets through the Bible in 1 year, as opposed to what we're doing on this YouTube channel, where we're taking 3 years. Now, 1 year is a lot more intense reading, but what's nice about this plan compared to other plans, and some people like this, some don't. Most plans have a reading for all 365 days of the year, and this plan does not do that. It has 25 readings per month, and 25 times 12 months is 300. So it has 300 readings per year, which leaves 65 days for you to fail and just not get to it, or to be busy. Now, some people don't like that because they want a reading every day. When you're doing a 3-year plan like we're doing on this channel, where we're reading basically a chapter a day, if you miss 3 or 4 or 5 days, it's really not that hard to catch up and do what you missed. But when you're doing a through-the-year Bible plan, there's usually 3 to 5 chapters a day. So if you miss 1 day, it's just like, okay, I got 6 to 10 chapters, depending on the length of the chapters, I can do that. But when you start missing 4 and 5 or even a week, and then you're talking 20 to 30 chapters, it becomes a burden. It becomes taxing. And so my advice to people always when they fall that far behind on a plan is just forget the days you've lost and just pick up on the current day. I can guarantee you, God would rather have you pick up on the current day and skip some chapters that you can catch next year than let the whole idea of a Bible reading plan become a chain around your neck and a form of bondage or legalism. Now just get back in the Word. You missed what you missed. You can catch it next year. But with the Navigator's Bible Reading Plan, we have 65 days built into the system where if you just, for whatever reason, myself, I have a crazy work life. I work 12-hour shifts. So I don't work 5 days a week like most people. It averages out to 40 per week, but I work 2, 3, or 4 days a week with my 12-hour shifts. So when I'm working, sometimes it's really hard for me with an hour-plus ride to work each way there and back in a 12-hour day. If work is busy and I don't have some downtime to read at work, there are days where it's hard for me just to get it done. And this is handy for people like that. So for myself, my coworkers that are doing this plan, this is handy for us. And just that's life sometimes. Sometimes you miss a day. This plan doesn't let you get bogged down by that. You got some grace in there, some mercy. So the first link takes you to the app, the Bible app, where you can click on it. And if you click on it, your name will show up. Whatever your screen name is on the Bible app will show up, and we'll see you. And so that's a level of accountability because we can see each other. We can see what we're doing or not doing. I don't use that accountability to crack down on people, but just to encourage them. I watch and see who's reading every day, and I'm cheerful that they're reading. And if they're not, every once in a while I'll put a message and say, hey, if you've been away for a while and you've missed a lot of days, hop back in and start reading today. And just let's get back into it. And so it's accountability but again, not to beat or whip anybody, but to just to egg them on and encourage them and whatnot. The second link is if you don't want to, if you would like to read through the Bible, but you don't want to be in something in a shared group like this where you're visible to people and what you're doing. The second link takes you to the Navigator's website itself, and they have this Bible reading plan in a nice format where you can print it out on a eight and a half by 11 sheet of paper, two-sided. In your printing options, select the short side. You want to flip it on the short side, and you can fold it up into a little book. And it's got boxes for you to check off so you can see where you've been and where you've left off. It's a really nice pamphlet. So that will be in the link. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great 2026 with the Lord. Be in the Word. Be in prayer every day. If you're not in a church, find a church and be part of a church. I know that's not easy for everyone. Sometimes churches hurt us. And we're on the wrong side of glory. Churches are filled with sinful people. But God didn't design the system for us to be lone wolves. We are part of a body. And you need the body, and the body needs you. So if you're not part of a church, join one and find one. If you need help trying to find one, feel free to reach out to me in the comments. And I will be glad to help you where you're at. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day and that you continue to have a wonderful 2026 as we get into this year. See you tomorrow.